every single day you experience altered states of consciousness, literally altered states of consciousness naturally. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we have different frequencies that our brains experience. What you're currently experiencing, you are experiencing what as a brainwave frequency that is beta. And beta has a range of 15 to 35 hertz, also known as cycles per second. Our human hearing, it has a range of 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz or cycles per second. Dogs, for example, can hear above that range. Now that means that beta as a frequency, which again is the state that you're currently in, conversational, understanding the information that's coming your way, is about 15 to 35 hertz, so it's audible. What about your next one? It's called alpha. Alpha state is daydreaming. You know that moment in time when you look up at the sky and you're staring out and you're experiencing that moment where you almost tune out? That is called daydreaming. That frequency is about, remember, there's always some variation, but that frequency is about 7 to 15 hertz, which is no longer audible. What about theta? Theta is a state of meditation, which is essentially, and of course you can also go into a deeper state of meditation, which is delta. However, theta is in the range of 2 to 7. So now that is something where your body's essentially fallen asleep and your mind is fully awake. And delta is a deep, restful sleep, where again, your body's in a deep sleep, yet your unconscious mind is awake. And that is a frequency of less than 2 hertz. So none of these frequencies are audible. And of course, there's also a gamma, which is an ultra state of consciousness. And none of the other 4 frequencies are audible to the human hearing. However, here's an interesting idea for you, just to contemplate. There is, with the use of sound engineering, we can take a set of headphones and play 2 different frequencies. In other words, I can play 100, for example, 105 hertz in my right ear, again with the use of a headset, 105 hertz in my right ear and 100 hertz in my left ear, and the difference between the two, when the 2 waves are canceled out, is 5 hertz. And remember what I mentioned just a moment ago, 5 hertz will fall within the 2 to 7 hertz range, and that is your theta state. So imagine this. You take a headset and you're now playing sounds, 105, 100 here, the brain cancels out the 2 waves, and now what you actually hear is something that you normally wouldn't, and that is 5 hertz. So you're now able to access a deeper state of meditation with sound. And that is the basis for what we now have access to, is binaural tones, which is binaural tones is a way to use sound to access a deeper state of meditation. So every day we have an opportunity to experience different states of consciousness. And as I mentioned, every day we have a chance to experience alpha, theta, and delta, which is your state of sleep. So literally every single day you experience altered states of consciousness naturally. Now, if you go back to this idea that I mentioned, you can use sound to access a deeper state. So using sound to access a deeper state can give you a deeper state of meditation. And that's what I would encourage you to explore, is find something that allows you to use binaural tones, binaural music, and there are different platforms online that would allow you to use that. Keep in mind that you have to use a headset in order to be able to do that, because otherwise, if you play it simply, if you play one channel on an audio device without having a headset, you're not able to cancel out the two waves. So it really has to be a headset. Altered state of consciousness, naturally.